Thanks for joining me again on this mini vlog. And since you have spent time with me today, a little 5 minutes, and so I decided that I should at least give you the best that I can give. So this is another review of a talk given by another monk, by a monk. Okay, it's the same monk, and his title was "Why Should We Be Patient?" And he uses this Chinese character. So he uses this Chinese character. Okay, and then yeah, so I translated it as why should we be patient? But more than being patient, it also gives other meanings. This Chinese character gives other meanings. It gives off resist and restraint, and it gives off the meaning to put up with somebody else. Okay, and okay, so it encompasses three meanings. So patient, put up with something else, some put up with something, and restrain and resist. Okay, so oh, what's my second point already? All right, I got two stories to talk to you, to share with you about being patient and then the benefits of it. And the first one is going to be titled The Mosquito. So it goes like this. One day I was in forest and it was camp, and so I was in the forest, and so it was bright. I was in the hall. At the time, what was I doing? I was listening to a talk, to a briefing, and so I noticed that there's this mosquito who lands on my hand, and I decided to just be patient and look at how the mosquito sucks, and then give him or eat some of my blood. So I just waited. I just look at it, what do you do, and sure enough, without a doubt, it starts sucking my blood. And once I I find it fascinating that once you notice that there's the mosquito there, you can actually feel the mosquito bite. There's actually a sensation to it. And I also check, I make sure that the mosquito is not a mosquito that carries deadly viruses. And sure enough, it isn't. So that's why I decided to give it my blood. If not, you have to shoo it away. And while being patient with it, I also noticed that I've been I'm practicing a loving heart, a love for animals. Hey, the mosquito is an animal too. You don't We should be equal, right? Equality, all the rage these days, feminism, yeah. So equal love for the mosquito. And then I'm also practicing giving through the experience. And so actually patience has turned into a very beneficial experience for me. It's a practice of my giving and also practice of my loving heart. And so this is the first story which talks about patience, and I think it's a very good virtue to have as a human being, to be patient. Okay, now on my second story, and it's not, I wouldn't say it will have a very good ending. Okay, so the second story is called The Pimple. Have you noticed that I have a lot of pimples on my face? And so the instinctive respond to no instinctive reaction to a pimple is to actually scratch it scratch it out, and it feels really good to get it out. But the downside is whenever I go to my skin specialist doctor, he would say, ah, Sihong, I noticed that, that's my name, okay, I've noticed that you scratched your pimple again, didn't you? At that moment of time, I would feel guilty. Yes, doctor, I did it again. And he have actually reminded me to not scratch the pimple because it gives off a pimple scar, and scars are bad, right? It leaves a mark for life. Hmm. So I've noticed, what if we do not scratch the pimple and we be patient with it? That's something that I have mostly failed to do. Yeah. And so I feel a bit shy talking about this video, talking about patience, that we should be patient. But then, in actual fact, I'm still learning and practicing about it. But never mind, let's keep on. Okay, so what if we be patient with the pimple? I've noticed this once. If you do not scratch the pimple, the red bulging pimple would eventually fade out, like a young man dying and getting older. So you actually go smaller and smaller, and then you get less noticeable, and it becomes ordinary skin. So, so like Aristotle once said, patience is bitter, but the fruit is sweet. Yeah. So if you be patient with my pimples, I mean, if I'm patient with my pimples, then I will enjoy the sweet fruit of being having a nice face. Good thing that this video quality is actually bad, so then my pimples doesn't look that bad. Okay, so that's it about on this video about patience, and I'll keep practicing patience, especially on binge watching YouTube videos. I hope you enjoyed this video, and do leave a comment if you think anything that I can improve on. See you again next time. Bye.